Alright traders, I'm back again with another video, and today is like a baby being in a candy store because there are opportunities galore, and basically from Kumo Breakouts. So I'm going to show you a about 4 or 5 Kumo Breakouts that have happened, and one of them I'm in, so we're going to take a quick look at that. And this one here is the Euro Yen, and you can see I'm in this one. I got in right at the top of the cloud here, and I already set my order because what I saw was we already had a Kumo twist here, so my future was already bright, and all we needed was price to come above the cloud, and that's what happened. So I put my order in because when price was down here a little bit, I already saw that TK crossover. I mean, sorry, I saw the Kumo twist right here, and I had a bullish TK crossover, and at this level here Chico span would have been above the price. So I have all bullish signals, so I put in the bullish trade, and you can see I'm up for 37 pips right now. Now the thing about it, on the daily time frame, here's the daily Kijinsen, so this may be a level of resistance for me, but all trends start on the smaller time frame. So we'll watch and see if this can break through this level and eventually attack up to this level somewhere in this area here, between this level here. So what I'm looking for, maybe this will be a level of concern here with that flat top, and then this level here. So these will be levels where I'll look to take some profit, and hopefully we can get past those levels. Then this will be my next level I'm going to be looking at, and then if we can get all the way up to there. Now this is long-term trading, and I'm not going to say we're going to make all these levels, but these are going to be levels that I shoot for and look at. So my first level is getting past this level here, get past this daily Kijinsen level. Now I'll keep trailing my stop with this 4-hour Kijinsen. So I'm not going to get out of the market until price comes back on the other side of the Kijinsen. And this is the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen is probably the most, well, the best pair to trade with the Ichimoku system. If you go back in time and look, you'll see how well it follows this Kijinsen. And a lot of times once it breaks that Kijinsen, it stays down there for a while and follows the Kijinsen really well. So I love to take that trade the Euro Yen with the Ichimoku system. Now looking, I'm up 40 pips, so we'll just monitor our trade. We're getting a little bit of distance here, so this is where a lot of traders probably start getting nervous, and we'll get a pullback here somewhere, you know, people taking profit. But I'm going to stay in this trade and listen to my rules. This is how you let it run to see if you can get that long run. And a lot of times the long runs do happen on the Euro Yen, like I said. Okay, so that's Euro Yen, and we'll move on and look at US dollar yen. Okay, so the US dollar yen is a pair that is like trade what you see, not what you think. Because basically what I saw here was this move up, and then I saw the descending triangle pattern. So the descending triangle pattern is usually a bearish pattern coming off of a bearish downtrend. The market continues to go down, so it'll be a continuation pattern of a bullish market. But really, I guess this was going to be considered the trend here, and we got the triangle here. So what I was looking for was price to hold here at the top of this resistance level of the triangle, and then come down and go lower. Well, it looks like instead it's broken out above higher. So this is trade what you see, not what you think. I thought it would be going lower based off of this support, this resistance level. But the thing is, you had a Kumo breakout here. Now see, I wouldn't have taken this Kumo breakout, so I didn't really miss anything. It looks really good. There's a lot of pips in there. There's probably over 100 pips from this trade if you would have taken this. But the thing is, I didn't have a bright future. My future was still bearish. So I want to have a, for me, I have to trade with the signal of a bright future if I'm going long. So this was just one that I missed. So this is like sit on your hands and be patient and follow the rules. Now some traders would have been aggressive and taken the trade, put a tighter stop loss. I didn't take the trade. I already saw some other setups that I liked, but this is a nice breakout here, and I still thought it when it broke out here it was going to pull back because this would have been a fake out, but I just slowly watched this thing go and go. So it looks good. It's a pretty nice breakout there, but you had a good breakout here, then price came all the way back down. So we'll see what happens here. Uh, Maybe this will pull back, find a level of support, and then we can find a way to get into this market. So eventually this should pull back, and maybe we can find another way to get into the market besides the Kumo breakout. Now the breakout is that's history. So US dollar yen, like I said, there's the euro yen that I got into, the dollar yen looking really good. So that was another opportunity. But like I said, I need a bright future. The future wasn't bright. So like you could have put a tighter stop loss, but instead of doing that for me, I take higher probability trades. And even though with all my rules, this trade could have worked, been a nice little trade, even though it wasn't as high of a probability. But see, my thing is keep your probabilities in your favor. And this wouldn't have been in my favor, even though it worked out. So don't get confused about trades working out and not working out. Just because it worked out doesn't mean it was a high probability trade. Okay, but it turned out to be a good trade. So now I'll just look at this market here, try to find a way to get back into it. Maybe a pull back to some support level, and then boom, we could get into the market. We have all bullish signals now. We got the Kumo twist right here, so everything is bullish on this chart. And this is the daily time frame, so I can pull down to a 4-hour time frame. We know they're in alignment with each other with a big move like this, so maybe a 4-hour time frame you could find your pullback level and get in on the 4-hour time frame. Now the 4-hour time frame, you see this candle with the wick here. It looks like maybe we're starting to slow down here. So we'll see what the market does. We'll keep our eye on this. There's opportunity with this pair right now for either a pullback move or see what it does from here. All right, so that's US dollar yen, and we will move on now to the pound yen. All right, so pound yen, you can see most of these yen pairs, they're breaking out here. We have movement with the yen, so basically another breakout here, and price moved up. Now this looks like it's pulling back. This flat top is going to be a strong support level, so this can pull back to that level and then maybe take off again. Now I don't trade the pound yen a lot because I don't like the spikes that you get. You can see these spikes. Look at all these wicks with spikes, and I just don't like that. I don't like trading that pair, so I really stay away from this pair. But I did have to show you this. So the pullback to this level could be a good opportunity maybe, but we have our Kumo twist, so our future is bright already. Everything is bullish on this pair, so now we need to get a pullback to this level somewhere around here. If we don't get a good pullback to a good support level, then there's no need even messing with this until you get it to where you want it. Take the trade where you want it to be, not where the market is setting up to be. So if the market's going to just pull back to this level and it's still too far away from your stop loss or wherever you plan to put your stop loss, basically at your support level, then you don't take the trade. All right, so right now another pair, pound yen, breaking out, and we'll see what happens with this pair. There's again a couple of levels that we would look at here. There's a level here, first level, and we're close to that level. And basically here's a nice level here, and then I'll try to see if we could get up to this level. So you just move with the market in levels, because the market's going to move from one support and resistance level to the next, and you try to follow it. The Ichimoku system is telling us that it's bullish. You know, it's giving us our sentiment of the market and telling us to be long, and that's how we're listening to that. But we're finding other ways to get into the market. Now we're not getting in on a TK crossover or a Chico span break or Kijinsen break. We're going to get in the market on price action. All right, so we'll find a price action trade. So hopefully you get a pullback somewhere to one of those levels, and then you can get into the market. And you just have to ride the market to each level. All right, so that's pound yen. The yen pairs are starting to move out, so we'll move on now to the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. All right, traders. So here again, looking at another breakout opportunity, and here we are on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar on the daily time frame. You can see the breakout here. Now, this breakout for me was not valid because of the future here. The future here was still bright. We needed a dark future to be going short. Now, you can see what's happening. We're starting to get that. We don't have it yet, so maybe on the close of this candle, on this daily candle, this will be um, a dark twist here. So once you get that dark future, then this will be valid, and then we would start looking for something else, maybe a pullback again. So now we need a pullback to one of these levels, and maybe the bottom of the cloud, maybe up into the Kijun Sen, and then come back through the cloud. So you have to wait for another opportunity here, and it's not here yet because this level is too far away from anything to start trading this short. Basically, it looks like maybe a pullback coming up just because of this support level of the trend line here. You could see this trend line and how the market was going upwards. So now we really want to wait and get all of our signals in alignment and then find a good opportunity to get into the market. Anywhere right here is not a good opportunity to get into the market. Now down here, some traders probably trade the bounce of this level and trade it for a, a long opportunity, but I'm not trading that. I'm going to follow the Ichimoku system and trade this, look for a pullback level. All right, so I'm not going to trade the bounce of a support level right now. I'm looking for the bounce off of a resistance level because I'm looking to go short. All right, so that's looking at New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Look at that trend line. You can see that. So still, this is pretty tough to call yet. You want to wait and see what's going to happen. We have a few opportunities on the rise maybe after we see a pullback to a certain level. So we'll wait on this, but you could see again, you had that breakout and you could see the opportunities that it gives you with the Kumo breakout. All right, so that's New Zealand dollar, US dollar. All right, so looking at the pound dollar, you could see I made a video a few days ago about this when it was way up here. So last week we talked about this being up here. We were looking for the pullback at this level where we were above the cloud and everything was looking bright. So we thought we would get a long opportunity, and the price action here started to slow down a little bit, but then it took off, broke through this support level, came down to this support level. You could see it uh, attempted to hold up and then broke through that level. So really we broke through all the levels of the Ichimoku system. Also, we're at the bottom level of the Ichimoku system for as far as our support level. Now this isn't a really thick cloud here. Here we're thick, so the market has no trouble breaking through this level, but we'd like to see a pullback because basically I don't have my future. My future is still bright. I want to have a dark future in order to go short. So I want my Kumo twist to be bearish, and right here it's still bullish. So for me, this is no good unless I get a pullback again. Same thing as the other pairs. I'd like to see this basically pull back here. I'd like to see it stop here and pull back and then break again, because on the second attempt more than likely you'll have that crossover already, and then you can take the breakout, and that'll be a much better trade, a higher probability trade. So that's what we look at. We look for the higher probability trading opportunities. Sure, we could take this trade here, but you know, there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't, and I want to have more reasons why I should than why I shouldn't. So I'm not going to take this trade. I'll wait and see and get what I want. So this isn't what I want, but this is a pair to keep our eyes on because it could present an opportunity. So that's pound dollar daily time frame. Let's go to our final pair. It's going to be the EURAUD. Okay, so on the EURAUD, you could see we're inside the cloud. So this is we have a signal right now, but we're not triggered to take any kind of trade yet. But this is signaling us that there could be an opportunity once we break outside of the cloud. So we don't know which way we're going to break outside of the cloud. Now the thing is, this is the 4-hour time frame. Now here's where a lot of people get confused. This is the daily here we're going to go to. Look at that daily and you can see we're straight bearish. Alright, so we take a trade on this. We would think, okay, well, on the daily we're bearish, so we're going to look for short trades on the 4-hour time frame. And that's basically what you do. But I do know that we can get a pullback on the daily time frame. So maybe we can get a pullback, or we could get a total reversal, and all trends start on the lower time frames and work up their ways up to the higher time frame. But this is where a lot of people get confused with this daily time frame, looking at this, and then we go back to this 4 hour time frame right here. Well, right now this one's not real hard to tell because we're still inside the cloud. So a lot of people wouldn't take this long because they saw the short side on the daily time frame, but really that daily time frame move, if we get this move on the 4 hour time frame, it could be a pullback of the on the daily. But now the thing with the daily, this is the daily Kijinsen level here, this blue line here. So I know that's going to be a level of resistance. We need to break through that level. There's so much resistance above us that it's really tough to look at this thing long. But there's this level here, and then you got this minor, well, this is a support level, a resistance level here. Then you have the resistance level of this trend line coming off of the daily time frame. Let's go back to the daily and see that. And you could see that right off of the daily time frame. So we need to break through that level too. These are some serious resistance levels ahead of us. But now looking at this, there's a couple things that you could do. You could put an OCO trade in, which would be one cancels the other, where you would put a entry here for a long trade and an entry here for a short trade, because events we're stuck in between. So we want to get out of this level here. If we break above this level, then maybe we're going to go long. It's going to be a good run for a long opportunity, because if we break this level, we will have our crossover here, the Kumo twist. It will be bullish, so that'll be a bright future. And we already have our TK crossover. We know that, all right, because TK crossover, your Tkinsen is going to be a little higher than your Kijinsen following price, because it's the shorter term moving average of the two basically. And then Chiku span, we know Chiku span is above price of the past 26 periods, because it would be back here, the past 26 periods. Chiku span is up here. There's nothing in Chiku span's way except this cloud here. Now we can trade and try to wait for Chiku span to get to this cloud and see how we handle that cloud. Now depending on where it breaks through, it's not real thick here. Now if the market continues sideways and we already have an order in, and then it does break through, Chiku span be inside this thickness of the cloud, then we may have some issues and the market may fall again. Now if we're going to stay in line with the daily time frame, we just wait for the market to fall back below this cloud, have an entry order already set for this level, because we know that the market's just pulled back and now it's going to fall back down below that level. But if we get too far away from this cloud and break through the top here, I wouldn't have that level set at the bottom here. I would take that away. Only thing is I'm saying is if this level holds resistance here or anywhere in here, then you can have your entry level down here. But if price continues and moves too high, then cancel that order. I wouldn't keep that order in, because that's going to change the whole realm of this market. With price moving higher, then we don't know where our level is going to be, where we want to have a better opportunity to get into it short. Now just looking at this flat top here, that's going to be some resistance. You have resistance here with the daily Kijinsen, resistance and resistance. There's a lot of resistance here, but that doesn't mean the market can't break through that level. But we've been bearish for quite some time with a long bearish run on the daily. That daily looks really strong downwards. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Right now this is the daily time frame, so you can see that Kijinsen right here. Here's the Kijinsen level. So see if the market gets to that level, comes up here. So on the 4 hour time frame, you would be trading a pullback, and that's a good 80-90 pips, only 45 or so to the Kijinsen, but a good 80-90 or so, and then the top of this cloud on the daily time frame would be 152 pips. So you can have those kind of moves where it would be just a pullback move, and then the market falls back down and continues downwards. But on the 4 hour time frame, we would catch that bullish move, that pullback move. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. And right now I'm gonna just keep an eye on my trade and look at the other opportunities that I showed you. This here is a nice setup here also. Just have to wait and see which way it's gonna go. All right, so we're in between. The market's going to have to make up its mind what it wants to do. We have it right where we want it. and now we just have to play the cards right. All right. All right, so traders, that's it for today. um, I'll continue to bring you more videos when I have opportunities and when I see good opportunities for you guys to look at. So hopefully this is helping you guys and blessing someone. So until next time, God bless.